Okay, so yesterday we had seen how in this chapter of statistics, we have seen different methods of representation of data. One of the methods which we started with yesterday was histogram. So let me quickly take a recap of what we did yesterday. You all have done a few sums also on it. So this is a picture of a histogram. Now, yeah, here we are. A frequency histogram basically is similar to a bar chart. So as you can see on your screens, a particular data given to me here down. Belinda collected data on the time in seconds that the girls and boys in a year group took to complete a 100-meter run. So the results are given, the girls' time is given, and uh, the time boys took is given. Okay. Now here they are asking us to represent this in a histogram. So histogram basically is used to graph quantitative data, and bar graph basically is representing qualitative data. Okay, let me admit then. Okay. Now in vertical axis, as I told you yesterday, we always take the frequencies. Okay. So let us see all this data, girls' time and boys' time. How is it represented? So first of all, we'll tabulate this. So you can take it in a group frequency here. So the timings given, if you see here 13.5, 13.8, you have to search for the lowest value here and you can group them accordingly. So here, if you see, the boys here is 11 point something. So that's why they have basically, since they are writing both the frequencies in a same table, so they have started from 11. So group them into 11 and 12. Also, I have told you repeatedly many times before also, when we are grouping this frequency, you need to be careful of this sign. Okay, so a T here is less than 11 and here it is equal. This equal to sign, you have to be very careful when you are considering these points. So between 11 and 12, where 12 will be included. So here the table is done. All the frequencies here tabulated. Now this, when we try to draw in so here x-axis and y-axis. Y-axis, as I told you, represents the frequency and x-axis is the time. Okay, so girls, 11 to 13 wasn't there. So here they have started the bar from 13. Okay, so how many were there for 13? Let us go back and see in the table here. For 13 to 14, girls, there were 2. So your bar here is till 2. Okay, so this way you continue, and similarly for the boys it is drawn. So basically this was a quick recap of histograms which we have done yesterday. Today we will be seeing the box and whisker. So basically box and whisker is something like this. It is convenient for comparing the set of data. So boys and girls both here, you can see the box and whisker drawn, and it is very easy for us to compare these two data when it is drawn in this form. Okay. Now, how do we draw this? This I will show you. Basically here, you need this x-axis where you will write the time. Okay. Now, there are 5 things which are essential when you are drawing a box and whisker. These are the 5 things which you need. One is the smallest value, the other one is the lower quartile, the median, upper quartile, and the largest value. Let me draw it and show you. So here The box and whisker is very, very important. Always one question is definitely asked. Okay. So supposing this is the, as the name tells you, box and whisker. So this is in a box shape here. Now this is your lower value. Okay. So on the line, supposing you have started from 11, 12 and so on. This was for girls 13. So this is, it starts the lower value. This line will start from for the lower value. And as you may see, this will be the largest, that is the upper value. Okay. I'm sorry for the, I'm writing on the screen, so this is not very, very good. And the next thing here, where will the box start? You will start the box from your lower quartile value. Now, this also, when we had started the chapter, we have seen that when you put all the data in your GDC, go to statistics, list 1, list 2, frequency, put the frequency and ask the calculator to calculate. You get the lower quartile, the upper quartile, the mean, median, mode. So after doing that, or after putting all the values in the GDC, you get this lower quartile. So supposing you have got it at say 15 point something. So your this box, you will start at lower quartile. And the box will end at upper quartile. Okay, and this middle line, supposing you have got the median as 16, then on this line here, you will draw this as your median. So as you can see, you need 5 things from your GDC when you put the values. You need 5 things to draw a box and whisker. I repeat, one is the lower value where this line will start and it will end at upper value. Okay, so 13, and if the last height is say 19, so your this line will end at that. Now the middle box, I repeat, middle box, this particular to draw this particular box, you will need 3 things. One is the lower quartile, the other one is the upper quartile, and the median. Median is the middle line which you will draw. Getting this? This anyone has any doubts here, questions to ask? So basically today we will learn this basic structure of how do we draw a box and whisker. Also, I would like to show you, mention about this this thing, an outlier. Outlier is a value that is much smaller or much greater than the other values. So supposing I have all these values here, and the there is say 34, it's starting at 34. Supposing you had a value which was 29, so all your values are between the range 34, 36, 37, 32, sorry, 29 is the lowest value and it's very far from 34. So you can say 29 is the outlier for this particular example. Similarly here, for the girls, it is say 40 was the 40 had frequency 3, but in this table there was one more value which is 52 and the frequency is 1. Then you may say 52 is the outlier here. Okay, so basically outlier is a value which is away from the data which is given to me. Okay, 1 or 2 values which are far away from the range, they are called outlier. Now there's this formula given, lower quartile minus 1.5 into the IQR. IQR, we have done this before. Arnab, can you tell me what is IQR, or anyone who knows, can you answer?
Well, IQR is the interquartile range, meaning it is Q3 minus Q1.
Yeah, and Q3 is what here?
Q3 is third quartile, which is 3/4 of the highest value.
Yeah, it
No,
is
sorry.
also called,
Yeah,
it's also called the upper quartile.
upper.
Yeah, so upper quartile minus the lower quartile gives me the interquartile range. Okay, so getting back to the formulas which are there here, lower quartile minus 1.5 into the IQR. I'll show you in this example how we use this. Now consider this example where shoe size is given, frequency of females is given, and males is given. Draw a box and whisker plot for the females and males and compare the two plots. Okay, so here you feed in all this data in your GDC, and as I told you, you need those 5 values. With the help of those 5 values, you draw this box and whisker for the females separately and for the males separately. Okay, so here you can see, I'll show you, 34 is the size where females is starting, and the highest you can see is 40 here. Okay, so this line which I said lower value starts at 34 and ends at 40 for females. And then when you put this in your GDC, you will get the lower quartile. So I believe they must have got, I think, around 37 or something. And upper quartile, they have got, I think, 39 in the GDC. Okay, and median is here 38. So these are the five values which are required, where 34 is the lowest. Just a minute, I have to charge my laptop. So these are the 5 values which are required to draw this box and whisker. Now IQR, as I told you, is upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So upper quartile is 39, lower quartile is 37. So 39 minus 37 gives me a 2. Now, question is, state whether the box plots are symmetrical and comment on whether there are any outliers. So, when a data given to you, how will you find the outliers? Outliers will be found out by using this formula, LQ minus 1.5 into IQR. So let me see how they have used for lower quartile. Yeah, lower quartile is how much here? 37. So 37 minus 1.5 into 2. 2 is the IQR here. They got a 34. And so no value less than 34, you can see it starts at 34. Okay, so there's no value here, no outliers on the left hand side. Let us see for the upper quartile. For upper quartile, you have to add 1.5 into 2, which is, upper quartile is 39 here. 39 plus 3 gives you a 42. Let me see, 42 is this, and after that, there is no value for the females. Here we are talking about the females. So basically, for females, you can say they have answered that there is no outlier for the females. Similarly, for males, you can see lower quartile is 35 and upper is 43. So if we see this table, there is no value for males lower than 35, and 43 was the upper quartile. So 43 is here. You can see there is one value of 49 which is there. So you can say that yes, males have an outlier which is 49. Okay, one more question here is asked whether it is symmetrical. State whether the box plot is symmetrical. Now, if this from the median, you see that the spread towards the lower value and towards the upper value is symmetrical. That means equal. Then you say the box plot is symmetrical. Here in this case, you see that this difference is vast and this is very small here. So you say that they are not symmetrical. Is this clear, all of you? Anyone has any doubts? You want me to repeat anything again? Okay. So going back to the textbook, you see on your screen after this example, you will get a better idea when you are solving this sum on your own. Okay. So in this exercise, yeah, this 25% of the values I will explain you tomorrow. First, I want you to understand and draw the box and whisker on your own. Okay, get that idea of drawing it, and then this is again a very very important interpretation of the box and whisker plot, which is definitely asked in your IB paper. So I will explain you this, but this we will do it tomorrow after first basically you try how to draw the box and whisker. So question number 1 and 2 was frequency, which we did yesterday. This is the third sum which you have. 32 female gymnasts were recorded. Data is given to you. Construct a grouped frequency table using groups of 5 centimeter. Now in some questions they give you the data for group frequency. So here they are saying 5 centimeter. So supposing the lowest is 150, you will consider 5 centimeter and group all the values from 150 to 155 together and form the frequency table. Okay. Next question is draw a histogram, which you have done it already yesterday. We'll do it today again. Third one is a box and whisker plot. So box and whisker plot. In your GDC, you will put list 1, list 2, find the 5 things which I have told you and draw the box and whisker. And D is you have to state whether it's symmetrical and give your reason. So I want you to do question 3, and all of you please send me on Google Classroom so that I can check whether you have drawn the box and whisker plot properly. Okay. If anyone has any questions, please ask me. The others can start drawing.